Hello, welcome back to Chat About It, Don't Shout About It with me, Rachel, the Queen of the Woke, as crowned by one of my haters. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed already. If you haven't seen my review for Rogue, go and check it out. We're going to talk about the overnight viewing figures for Rogue today. As you can see, I've got it here on a tile instead of how I normally do it. I'm doing it this way because for some reason it is really glitchy today. Here we go. So episode 6 for Rogue is 2.11 million in the viewing figures for the overnight score. Now, I know that people will say viewing figures have changed. I understand that. However, they do show indication of how the viewing figures are going to hold out. And I would say that this is the first time where it's maintained some consistency here. The weather wasn't anything different than how it has been for the last few weeks, so we can't really blame the weather. Where are these new fans that are supposed to be coming in as well? I would like to know that. Now, do remember, of course, it is absolutely okay if you liked the episode. It is absolutely fine to do so. I'm wondering if this particular episode is also going to generate some complaints. The happiness for it online hasn't been too great. This is the first episode in many, many years where the Doctor is not actually behaving like the Doctor that we know of old. I would say, in many respects, with this particular Doctor, it felt more like Randy Doctor than Doctor Who. So I had a look to see what Radio Times actually had to say about it, because we know the Radio Times, they like to try and defend Doctor Who. The overnight ratings have been revealed for the 4th episode of Doctor Who, which, by the way, was actually 73 yards, if I've got that correct, with a total of 2.11 million viewing figures, turning into watch Regency set episode Rogue on BBC One last night, Saturday, 8th of June. Sorry, Radio Times, can I just ask you, how is anything making it past the typing pool at the moment? Last week you got the viewing figures wrong. Now you've actually got the episode number wrong. That's down ever so slightly from the 2.12 million who watched last week's episode Dot and Bubble, and is the second lowest total of the season so far, behind only Boom, which drew an overnight audience of 2.04 million. Of course, as ever, it should be pointed out that all these figures are only representative of the BBC One overnight audience, which was always expected to be lower this year owing to the new release strategy for the show. It's not because of the good weather that we have been having, and to be fair, in the last week, we've had pretty good weather. I took a plunge on Disney. Now, okay, yes, I know it says June 8th on here. Okay, and I wish I found this website a little bit sooner, but Disney are notorious for hiding their streaming minutes. So, and I'm not paying to find out what the June 7th viewing figures were, but for the next series, I will be hot topic on this for the Disney Plus figures. Now I found this website. However, I would expect Doctor Who, being the ever great show that it is supposed to be, to at least make it onto this top 10 list on June the 8th as well. But instead, we've got old shows like Bluey, Grey's Anatomy, The Kardashians, The Simpsons, Family Guy, How I Met Your Mother. And the only one that's coming in at top at the moment is Star Wars The Acolyte, and that's the only real new thing. I don't know about Monsters at Work, and I don't know about Criminal Minds. I can't judge those, but the others I have seen. And then its only competition last night would have been In With a Shout, which is a game show on ITV. Now, I don't have the viewing figures for In With a Shout, excuse me. But I did find this piece of information. Across the 6 weeks, Series 1 aired ITV1's Saturday 7 p.m. slot was up to 20% year on year for volume, and the series reached 3.5 million viewers every week. So that was for, I believe, last year's viewing figures for In With a Shout TV show ratings. The other competition would have also been The Legend of Tarzan. So is it the final nail in the coffin? I believe that we may very well have a series dump coming up on our hands. And what I mean by that is essentially they could actually just take the entirety of series 2 and just go plonk. Tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about the Nielsen figures because the Nielsen figures have finally dropped. And believe me, that's more telling than trying to find out what the Disney Plus figures are. So tonight I will be on the Sphere at 7 p.m. Then I will be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Let me know what you think of the viewing figures for Doctor Who. I believe that they are shocking and it's either going to stay the same or it's going to get lower. If you like this episode, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you would like to. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by July if I can. Can I do it? I don't know. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.